I know everything you need to know about today's Ripple and XRP events, so let's start by listening to Jay Claver discuss how to make money. You won't believe what the US government is doing to buy Bitcoin and XRP. In addition, Ripple has a new study out about financial services and a tokenization. Of course, we need to talk about this. More efficient transactions on the XRP ledger. Do we know that it makes more sense for XRP to be expensive so that the fee remains constant on the network and more money can be moved for less XRP when the price of XRP increases? For instance, if XRP was worth $1.00, it would now be worth more than that to move a dollar. In contrast, you would require 1 million XRP. In this instance, David Swar stated that 1 million XRP can transfer $1 million. Or if each XRP was worth $1 million, then you would only need 1 XRP to transfer $1 million. This indicates that as the asset's value increases, the network and the asset become much more efficient, programmed to reach some of its most efficient levels around $10,000, which is where I believe it will be in the next 48 months or possibly less than 24 months. Given that this clip was taken some time ago and appears to have been released on April 14th, Jake appears a little younger in this video, so I'm not sure when Jake will be released. I'm not sure if this was last year or not, but $10,000 in the next 2 years, or perhaps Jake just looks so young in that video. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, this is a new report that shows the market for tokenized financial assets is expanding at a very rapid pace this year. The estimated value of tokenized assets is $6 trillion, 0 to reach 19 trillion. What I don't understand is that a recent study by Ripple and BCG on tokens examines how tokenization is developing. Let's just discuss these particulars. Tokenization of financial assets combines traditional and decentralized finance by creating tokens. The XRP ledger is a real-world asset tokenization tool that maximizes these advantages for partners and issuers as they progress through the 3 stages of tokenization adoption. By representing real-world assets as blockchain-based coins, this provides financial institutions with new sources of liquidity and enhances their operational efficiency. The first stage is low-risk adoption, which occurs when financial institutions and investment firms actively test well-known products to determine their readiness and obtain immediate operational advantages. Establish fundamental frameworks like a location to keep digital assets. We already know that Ripple Custody was once a medical facility. Indeed, Medico is now called Ripple Custody. Didn't know that's what it is. Blockchain is now providing banks with this technology. We've discussed this a lot before, but given the high level of risk associated with that safe coin, it doesn't make sense for many banks to do this on their own. Instead, a bank that isn't really involved in blockchain can step in and create their own token or blockchain. You know they'll be in danger if something happens to that ticket, as long as they use Ripple for custody or to release their own safe coin, so it doesn't make much sense to put it on another blockchain. In the second phase, institutional growth firms typically begin with a Ripple in case something goes wrong. Tokenizing more complex assets with more stringent regulations can potentially increase their value and yield greater profits. Clear guidelines, more sophisticated platforms, and a dedication to questioning established revenue sources are necessary for momentum to continue. Oh, and step 3, as the market evolves during this phase, items that are typically difficult to sell can be transformed into. Finally, if all of these banks are going to upgrade their infrastructure, there should be much more than 19 trillion by 2033. This is because tokens, which are a system-level reinvention, make it common for businesses to collaborate and share equipment across the entire industry. Profitability sets the tone for the next generation of finance. Tokenized derivative stocks and bonds. You mentioned safe coins as well. Raul Paul will say that he believes the market will be worth 100 trillion cents by 2033, which is interesting to see. I believe that Ripple is using smaller numbers because they don't want to be criticized for saying things like that, how low or high those estimates are. And I'm wondering if we'll actually have half of the stocks on blockchain and the remaining 25% on the old system. We're not going to move everything at once. Will it drip? Will we add a new stock every day, or will everything happen at once? I believe that once the machinery is set up, that everything will occur simultaneously. I understand that my viewpoint will vary depending on who I speak with and who receives this information, so please share your thoughts with me. In addition, the description discusses the benefits of tokenization in banking services. Despite the fact that there have been some minor enhancements, the infrastructure that underpins the global financial system is decades old, slow, and increasingly out of step with the demands of contemporary markets, consumers, and capital flows. A significant shift known as tokenization transforms conventional financial instruments into rapidly modifiable software. Creating tradable tokens from real-world assets can increase liquidity, openness, and accessibility by enabling the transfer of assets around the clock 7 days a week with almost immediate payment and atomic compliance via smart contracts. Deals are completed more quickly, fewer middlemen are needed, and market access is increased. Financial firms also benefit from lower costs, quicker settlement, and more investors. You can reach customers with better security, opportunity to own a portion of an asset, and assets that perform better, so chances for fractional ownership. People have never been able to purchase 0, 1, 0, 2, or half before. I assumed that it was always 1 or nothing, so I believe that's what, if you're just starting out, say at age 18 or 19, and you don't have a lot of money, but you want to make sure that the money you make goes to your favorite company or something, you might be able to do that every time you get paid there. You'll be able to do that with tokenization and fractional control. That thing right are also opportunities to own a piece of real estate. As you can see from this image, 20 or 30 or 50 people can purchase a home rather than just one. This way, some people cannot afford to purchase their own home and either live there or rent it out, but they still want to be able to start